What's going on out there? What's popping out there, fam? Bam! What's going on, man? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it is an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, an honor and a pleasure to be on here with all of the boxing fam and the boxing fans. It's Sunday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now, man. What's going on, fam? Man, we was up late last night talking about this fight game, Joe. All them fights that was on yesterday, man, I had a brother up late last night, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is back, and we just happy to have it back. You know what I'm talking about? But real spill, man. So it's always good to at least stay up late night to watch some fights, man. And it's always even better to watch a fight that can lead to a historic fight. And I'm talking about that boy Jose Ramirez, man, looking to be the first Mexican undisputed champion. Josh Taylor looking to be the first Scottish undisputed champion in the full belt era, man. I'm telling y'all straight like this, man. It was a pleasure to watch that fight last night. Real spill. But before we get into the boxing talk, before we get too knee deep into this, man, I want to talk about something real quick because I missed this yesterday. And I want to give a happy belated birthday to none other than the king of pop, Michael Jackson. His birthday was yesterday. They had it playing all over the radio everywhere yesterday. Everybody throwing block parties. I'm like, what's really going on? Whose birthday is it? It turns out it was MJ's birthday. So I want to take a minute to say, hey, hold on, man. Happy birthday to the king of pop. Why am I taking time on a boxing channel to talk about Michael Jackson? Holla at us, man. I tell you why, and I'll be right in front of y'all in a minute. I tell you why. Because I always said that here, and I'll say it again. Michael Jackson is the most powerful man to not only ever to grace a stage, but just in music, period. I'm blown away, not only by him, his creativity and Billie Jean, Beat It and all that. Yeah, that's cool. But me, the man's business dealings in music literally made him the most hunted and the most powerful man in music. I don't care who you name. I don't care what high-ranking official you want to bring out from behind the scenes and say he ain't more important than him. Michael Jackson was more important than anyone you can bring up to me in music. And I'm going to say it just like I just heard Akon say it on DJ Vlad channel. The reason he was so powerful is because he owned American value. That publishing deal that he had, Sony/ATV, the Beatles catalog, all them songs that he bought from over in the UK, paid $40 million for back in the 80s, he bargained that catalog to own half of Sony's publishing. They're talking Elvis, Garth Brooks, you talking Rihanna, you talking Jay-Z, you talking whoever you want to name. Michael owned them. Literally. This is the reason he was hunted. The man wasn't even supposed to be on the stage after 1989. But they knew we got to keep getting this man on stage and getting him to spend money so we can get that American value up off him. You ain't going to never see nothing like it, fam. You ain't going to never see nothing like it again. The man, Sony made an epic mistake back in the day by leveraging a deal. Michael offered them half of their ATV catalog for half of their publishing. And he still owned his own music, the Mike Jack catalog. I can go deep into this story, but I'm not. He owned his music, their music, and everyone else. Look at Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, take your music back. Little Richard, take your music back. You old man now, you need these royalties to live in your old age. Take your music back. Funny, we never seen Little Richard come back saying, nobody give me no more respect. No, you ain't see that in Little Richard's last few years now, did you? You know why? Because Michael say, hey, Slim, I got your music, man. I own it. Here, take it. I don't need it. You need it. Sly and the Family Stone, take your music. You need it. I don't need it. The man was the king of publishing. And this is the reason I believe he was killed. Hunted down. Reputation humiliated, and they cannot build another. The most powerful man to ever grace a stage and microphone, Mr. Michael Jackson. So salute to Michael Jackson, and may he rest in peace. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. Mahoney, what's up, fam? What's going on with you, man? Let me get in front of y'all real quick so we can talk this real spill, man. Y'all already know. But I had to take a second, man, to give a word for MJ, bro. Because, dog, like, his reputation is so tarnished nowadays. Everybody only want to see what they hear in the headlines and the tabloids, not knowing that anytime a man is that hunted or hunted down, or always remember, anytime someone is being that much ridiculed, he got something. He owns something. Something he holding. He holding that we all want, and he ain't giving it to us. Man held on to it to his last days. But now, if you go to Sony's website, this same publishing group, the Sony/ATV catalog is now completely owned by Sony. Everybody who Michael fired came back around him in his last days, ushered that thing right back to Sony, and they own it now. They got their publishing back. Threw him some short change, threw his kids some short change. Y'all go ahead about y'all life. We got billions worth of stuff, and we just gave y'all millions. Happy birthday to Mike Tyson. Let's move on, man. Let's start off with the light stories first, and we'll get heavy as we move along, all right? Let's deal with something international real quick that caught my eye. Fresh off the other day. I want to talk about this. Oh, sorry about this. Yeah, this is the right one. I like to talk about this. Don't know how that Josh Taylor picture got in there, but I want to talk about this situation playing out with Glenn Rushton right now. I don't know if y'all have heard about this. Glenn Rushton right now is facing a lot of backlash. The trainer of Jeff Horn facing a lot of backlash right now. They calling him shameful. They're saying what he did is disgraceful. They're saying that this dude shouldn't be training. His license should be reevaluated. I mean, the man is in hot water. The man is getting called out from every walk. Newspapers, critics, media, you name it. Trainers, fighters, everybody is calling out Glenn Rushton. And the reason that they're calling out Glenn Rushton is simply because he made the call in the Jeff Horn fight a little bit late. Now, I got the dialogue right here, exactly how it went down. Now, I know everyone heard the moment in that fight when they were like, do you got a punch left? Do you got a punch left in you? Now, the part about that I did not hear was when Glenn Rushton said, yo, man, give me another minute. Give me one more minute. Give me one more minute. Now, that I did not hear. But clearly he must have said that, and that pissed everybody off. Not to mention, it was not Glenn Rushton that stopped the fight. It was a corner man by the name of Adam Cobman, something like that. Adam Cobman, he stopped the corner. He was a fighter on the undercard. He stopped the fight. While they were all in that corner, and y'all remember that scene, everybody talking. And this is the reason why trainers need to stress the fact that I don't need none of y'all talking in my corner. Some trainers are strict disciplinarians like that. You know, yo, you can't come in this corner talking. You got a job to do. If you holding the spit bucket, then hold the spit bucket. If you doing that, you doing that. You doing it. But don't be sitting here talking and, man, listening to five of y'all talk at one time. Well, that's what happened. That scene was straight up chaos, man. It was chaos in that corner. So the team seeming like they were saying something to the effect of, we want the fight to stop. But Glenn Rushton was the one edging it on. And he is the one that's under extreme criticism. Let's get into some quotes. Well, first, though, before we do, let me run this dialogue down of exactly what they said that was said in that corner. Now, it says that Glenn Rushton says to Jeff Horn, it's up to you. One more minute. What do you want to do? Jeff Horn mumbled back, whatever. And then Adam Copland, the man who stopped it, says, well, that says it all. And then Glenn Rushton comes back and says, have you got one more punch left in you or not? Do you want to give us another minute? And then Jeff Horn said no. And that's where all of this controversy. So you see this guy right here, Jeff Fennick, Australian fighter, former fighter. Well, he's a guy that's been highly, highly critical of Glenn Rushton. You'll see the quotes floating around right there in front of you. Highly critical of Glenn Rushton even before the fight. This is the same man that accused Glenn Rushton of doing lackadaisical training leading up to this fight. It's also being said that Glenn Rushton was hiding things leading up to this fight. You know, I don't know if people remember, but if you remember Jeff Horn's voice, he was hoarse. You can barely hear his voice. And some people were alluding to the fact that he might be sick. No, turns out he had a crushed larynx. A crushed larynx, you know. Something wasn't right in that corner. He had a crushed larynx. He had to crunch weight at the last second. Remember at the weigh-in when they were calling Jeff Horn, where's Jeff Horn? Anybody seen Jeff Horn? He in the sauna cooling, trying to get that last few pounds off. What the hell was that about? And then we getting stories about judges and biased judges and everything. This is before the fight. So the stage was already set for some more excuse making. You got to watch Glenn Rushton. Because remember after the Terence Crawford fight, what happened with Jeff Horn? Excuses.com. They say the man ain't have his right shoes and something was going on in the hotel. And it was just all kinds of crap coming out about, the fight was dirty. This is one of the most dirtiest fighters out there. But the fight was dirty. And it was just excuses galore. And this is the last dude you would expect, Glenn Rushton. They'll be the last dude that, you out here saying all of these. So basically what I'm saying is that the stage was set prior to the fight. And so Jeff Fennick, former fighter of Australia, he says this about the call that Glenn Rushton made. Oh my God, to hear that corner argue when Jeff Horn couldn't even answer what they were telling him, to just go back out there for another minute is disgraceful. To be asked a question sitting in the corner, do you want to fight? That's not Jeff's job. That's my job to say stop the fight and look after Jeff. It was Glenn Rushton's job, if he knows his job, which is quite obvious that he doesn't. He goes on and says that, and you'll see it here, I've trained Mike Tyson. I stopped the fight. Mike didn't want to stop the fight, and I take the blame. It falls with me. Glenn Rushton put Jeff Horn in a terrible position last night, and I think it's time that we look at how we give our licenses for people to train people if that's the kind of person that's in the corner of fighters in Australia. It's very, very dangerous, end quote. So Jeff Fennick is pissed. I don't know, maybe cats in Australia can hit me to what's really going on behind the scenes out there, man, because for whatever reason, man, Jeff Fennick has always been on Glenn Rushton's back. Always, even since all the way back to the Pacquiao fight with Jeff Horn. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I know people. I don't know how people gonna fall here, but I semi-stand with Glenn Rushton, and this is the reason, because I actually listened to his defense in this situation, and I may stand with him, bro, because I believe that if anybody knows that fighter, it's the head trainer. He's been through hell and hot water with that fighter. He's talked to that fighter. He know how far that fighter is willing to go. And most importantly, or he should, know everything that his fighter is capable of. Now, Glenn Rushton is telling everybody, hey, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? This is my fighter. I don't need none of y'all telling me how to run my corner and to run my fighter. I've been down this road with Jeff before. We've been in fights where we were counted out, and I had to make him dig deep and get back into that fight. They wanted Glenn Rushton to pull the plug after that round that Pacquiao had. Pacquiao had the hell of a round that fight. Everybody like, oh, he won the fight because of that one great round. And, Jeff did get beat down in that round. I will admit, got beat down. But at the end of the day, if Glenn would have pulled the plug at that moment like everyone wanted him to do, Jeff Horn would have never rolled off to the sunset by beating Manny Pacquiao. He would have tossed the towel in. Jeff Horn is a war-torn fighter. He's willing to go blood, sweat, and tears. That's who he is, and that's who he is. A few punches, that's not enough to quit a fight for Jeff Horn. I mean, he's just that gritty kind of fighter. You know what I mean? So I actually stand with Glenn Rushton. Let's see what he got to say. According to Glenn Rushton, and I quote, I don't really concern myself ever with what Jeff Fennick says. Jeff is very opinionated and he jumps up and down and says things. When Jeff trains somebody to beat someone of the caliber of Manny Pacquiao, then he can criticize my training abilities all day. I agree with that man. How you gonna tell somebody who then took a school teacher to the mountaintop? This fool took a school teacher to the mountaintop and you want to come tell me something? Let's see where your championship fight at. Where your championship, where your world championship, not no Australian level. Where's your world championship fighter while you coming to tell me on how to train a fighter? Not to mention, I give Glenn Rushton credit for coaching Dennis Hogan. I thought Dennis Hogan beat Jaime Munguia. Glenn Rushton goes on and says that Jeff Horn was not hurt. If he was badly hurt and been knocked down repeatedly, there would have been some flack, of course. But we saw what happened in his last fight. And he's talking about the Michael Zarafa fight, which is another fight. That it was a blood, sweat, and tears type of fight. Both fights. If Glenn Rushton would have pulled the plug, would Jeff Horn have walked out of that Michael Zarafa situation unscathed? I think he should have gave him that third fight. But the fact still remains, if he would have listened, then he would have took 2 L's to Michael Zarafa. The man knows his fighter. The man knows how. Sometimes it's that trainer got to get in that fighter head and push him to that final mile. Now, don't get me wrong. It could be a gamble. It can go south. We remember how training, we lose fighters in the ring. It can go south, sure. But that once again is the train. That's why a trainer and his fighter got to have that special relationship to know how far I can take you. I think Glenn Rushton knew how far he was going to take Jeff Horn. I don't know, fam. According to Glenn Rushton, was Jeff getting badly hurt? No, he's not. He had no cuts, and even now he's fine. No headaches. He wasn't badly hurt, but the hunger wasn't there. The pop wasn't there. That wasn't the Jeff Horn we all saw with the historic victory over Manny Pacquiao. Absolutely. Now, can we question Jeff Horn's hunger? 100%. 100%. Because Jeff Horn has been to the mountaintop, and now he's fallen to the bottom of the pile. Hunger's probably stupid gone, dead. What am I fighting for? Just checks. And if I can't get a check, what the hell am I even tripping about fighting for at this point? They ain't going to give me no more title shots. I ain't getting up there no time soon. No one's checking for me. So what else I got? I'm almost thinking that the Tim Tszyu fight was that way. He probably was empty after the Zarafa fight. He probably just showed up for the check, and that's what it sounded like. He wasn't clearly properly ready or prepared to go into this fight. So, yeah. He says that we can see that the fire was gone. We're trying to reignite that fire. We even said to him at the end of the 8th round, Jeff, do you want to go on? He just shrugged his shoulders. It was just an I don't care sort of thing. The hunger wasn't there. And when that goes, only thing that's bringing that back, well, it got to be a fat check. And we know Jeff Horn ain't in line for no fat checks. Unfortunately. I got Denise Ward's, the queen, in the building. What's up, queen? What's going on with you? What's up with you? Monty says, yo, you right. MJ is the baddest man to ever entertain all day. Not only to entertain, Monty, also the baddest man in the boardroom when it comes to music. You know what I mean? Babyface, LaFace, L.A. Reid, any of these cats you name. I don't care who they are. Puffy, go grab them. None of them can hold a torch to what Michael did in business. The man owned billions worth of intellectual property, bro. Billions. People don't even know. It's crazy, bro. That's why I ain't gonna never let that story not be told, man. Michael was the king of music, not pop, music, because he owned them all. When he went to the Grammys and he look out in the audience and he see all of these cats clapping and overly clapping for him and giving him 5-10-minute ovations, you know why they doing that? Because they know one day that they're going to have to call up Mike and say, Mike, you think you can maybe let me hold some royalties? People don't even know. It's deeper than rap. But at the end of the day, man, I stand with Glenn Rushton. I stand with Glenn Rushton in this situation. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I think Jeff Horn's hunger is done, which means that he need to maybe consider retirement at this point. According to Jeff Horn, and I quote, I'll go home, talk to the wife, but I know what she's going to say. In the end, I have to ask if I have more in the tank or is that it? I probably don't have the hunger of Tim Tszyu. I've been there before, done the world title. I was just fighting for the big fights, and the mountain was too big for me tonight, end quote. I think we might have seen the last of Jeff Horn. I think it's safe to say Tim Tszyu may have destroyed Jeff Horn. Because the way he's talking, that ain't how you want to hear a fighter talk. No spark, no hunger, no motivation. He ain't waking up in the morning to go run 10 miles, 5 miles, none of that. Them days over for Jeff Horn. But at the end of the day, Jeff Fennick, he need to mind his business. He's been a little too critical at this point. I understand he wanted Glenn Rushton to push him over the top and make him this great Australian fighter and everything, maybe even pick up where he left off, whatever the case may be. But mind your business, champ. You ain't in that camp no more. Last I checked. So mind your business. The man took him to the mountaintop. He took a school teacher that no one gave a chance. Nobody. And he beat the great Manny Pacquiao. Jeff Fennick, there ain't nothing you probably ever done that can top that, champ. Real spill. So I stand with Glenn Rushton. We gonna move on. Pino in the building. What's up, family? What's up with you? Everybody, as you pull up, thumbs up as you pull up. Y'all already know. Why y'all playing with my like button? Thumbs up as you pull up for the homie. You know what I'm talking about? So that's how I feel about this situation, man. So I'm going to stand with Glenn Rushton right there, and I'm going to leave that beat. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. Oh, one last thing. One last quote before I move on, though. Michael Zarafa. He had to throw his little 2 cents in it. Michael Zarafa. Me and Rushton don't see eye to eye. We've never agreed on anything. I've had conversations leading to the fight with his team, and my boxing IQ dropped. These guys, I don't feel like they've got any idea what they're talking about. And if it wasn't for Jeff's toughness, he would not be where he is today. Damn. Everybody is dumping on Glenn Rushton. Damn. Some even said, yo, man, he wanted to keep him alive because that was his last horse. Like, he got no one else to really introduce on that world level. So pretty much Glenn Rushton, if not only does Jeff Horn goes back to the local scene, but so does Glenn Rushton. And that's what a lot of people are saying. But we'll see. Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. All right. We're going to talk about this one. Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. We talked about this last night, fam. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because the next topic I really want to get into. But this here, man, last night, we know Jose Ramirez pulled it out, beating Victor Postal. I don't know what everybody around here talking about. Victor Postal did so this and so that. He did all right. You know, he did okay to win a few rounds or whatever like that. But I wasn't, like, thoroughly impressed by far. I see Josh Taylor out here on Twitter talking a lot of stuff today. Man, he did all right. He did all right. You know what I mean? You can't jab your way to a victory, though, champ. Not to take it from the champ. Not to take 2 belts up off the champ. You're not going to jab him to death to take 2 belts off him. This is the same reason that Huey Fury can't get a big win. Because he's the jabber. All he do is jab. He's like, he don't know no other punches. You cannot jab your way to a win. Not against a champion. Not when this guy coming forward, pushing the action and trying to get them hard shots up on you. Can't do it. But anyway. It seems like my man is ready to go full head of steam. He got his job done. All Josh Taylor got to do is handle his business against this Kong Song dude. And, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, check it out. Kong Song, though I understand he fights out of, Thailand? Don't know that much about him. I ain't going to see him fake like I do. But I will say his knockout ratio is pretty high. And one thing I do know about Josh Taylor's been knotted up like every other fight, champ. Scar tissue's got to be crazy. My question is this. Could Josh Taylor get softened up by this dude Kong Song? Because they trying to do this fight this year. If Josh Taylor going to fight, I think he fights in September. If he going to fight in September and they want to come back in a couple months to do that undisputed fight, well, guess what? Kong Song can possibly, because I don't think Postal softened up Ramirez at all, not with a jab. But can Kong Song literally soften up Josh? Look at his eye right here after the World Boxing Super Series. Man, always knotted up. Man, always got stuff going on with his face. I think he got scar tissue up. I mean, my thing is, can he be softened up? I think he could. Now, don't get me wrong. I do suggest that he take a tune-up with this Kong Song dude because he's been out of the ring so long. You don't want to come back going straight into a fight with Ramirez after he's just had a tune-up. He ready to go. You got to get back in fighting shape mentally and physically. Not to mention, Josh has been dealing with some out-of-the-ring issues, too. Yeah, I remember hearing about that, those racial charge statements that he made at the nightclub bouncer. I'm sure Kong Song is going to remember those words that he said to that bouncer. Kong Song going to be coming in that thing ready to fight, champ. You know what I mean? What's up, Howard S3 in the building? What's up, fam? What's up with you? What's goody? Will McLaddy in the building. What it do? Be more stand up. I got the DMV in the building all day. But yeah, man, I mean, hey, he might get soft up by this dude, but Ramirez is ready to go, man. He is definitely ready to go. According to Jose Ramirez, and I quote, "It's a fight that I wanted to make sure that it happened sooner rather than later." He says that we wanted to fight on the closest date possible in order to be able to fight again before the end of the year. We want to get that Josh Taylor fight done after we fight Victor Postal. My brother P. Newell in the super chat. Much love to you, fam. Bam. What's up, man? Much love to you. I'm glad we back, man. Give us that boxing IQ all day. I'm glad you back, fam. Real spill, man. And I hope you good out there. Real spill. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you back. I'm glad all of the fam back. Y'all know I've been off about 2 months from doing We Talking Boxing, so we gonna have to get back into the swing of things. Just bear with me. Life got in the way. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, with this situation right here, man, like, yeah, man. I mean, he says that he want to get back into the ring sooner rather than later because he knows if I get this fight and we can get it back by the end of the year around the holiday time, perfect timing. Even though we already got 1,001 fights to watch around that time, pay-per-views and everything. But shit, man. He's saying they want to get back there as soon as possible. He says that God willing, that's the fight that we get. He says the states, not at all looking past present day business, but this is before the Postal fight, not looking past present day business, but rather confident in the work that I put in to provide for that outcome. He says that we had a good talk with Mr. Arum. He wants that fight for undisputed championship. Right now, there's no dispute as to who is the best in the division. There's a dispute to who's the best in the division. After that happens, I will prove it to myself that I'm the best. Until then, I just can't have the mentality that I'm the best. I got to tell the fans, I can tell the fans that I'm the best, just like Taylor can tell the fans that he's the best. He got 2 belts, I got 2 belts. We need to get together for the winner to get all 4 belts and prove to the world who is the best in the 140-pound division. We're going to elaborate more on that. He goes on and says, and I know I'm reading a lot, I owe it to myself to fight for all of the belts just because if I were to go up next to the next weight class, people will still doubt who is the best 140-pounder. He goes on and says, there are some other fighters that I didn't get to face at 140. I really want to prove a lot of people wrong. I want to do it for myself. I know I can be the best at 140 in the world. I know I can see myself with all 4 belts. It's just a matter of time. And once I do that, I think that's going to put my name out there more worldwide. It's going to definitely make a stronger impact when I do move to 147. Knowing that the undisputed champion at 140 is moving up to 147, I think that's going to make more noise. Last part. I'll take out any route that leads me to a fight for a world title. Crawford is an excellent fighter. So yeah, I would definitely be honored to share the ring with him. I think I'll show him something new. I think I'll bring something out of him. By the time I do make that decision to move to 47 and put that extra stronger, that extra muscle on me, on my body, I'll be much stronger. I can see myself developing into a better welterweight than super lightweight. I do have the height. I do have the body frame. I think once I put that extra 7 pounds on, it's going to be a huge difference in a positive way. End quote. So the man is already telling you. He's ready. After this here, there ain't no speculation of what should be, what's going on next with him. He's saying that I'm going to go up here, I'm going to take this Taylor fight, become undisputed, and then once I'm done, I'm heading to 47 and I'm looking for a title, and he is specifically naming Terence Crawford. Keep in mind, Jose Ramirez fights for top-ranked boxing. So does Terence Crawford. They fight on the same networks. That means there's no politics, polished shit. Now, hear me there. What if Terence Crawford was to go to 54, fight Tszyu, get the belt, come back, face Ramirez, if he becomes undisputed, face Ramirez, or Josh Taylor for that matter. Josh Taylor down with Top Rank now. Josh Taylor just signed with Top Rank this year, right? Yeah, matter of fact, he did. Through the MTK Global hookup that Bob Arum did, giving MTK Global access to ESPN Plus and all of those fight dates. Well, in exchange, we know he got Tyson Fury, as well as now we know Josh Taylor, who only exclusively fights on ESPN Plus here in America. MTK Global hookup, right? But anyway, either one of these men become undisputed. After Bud goes to 54, get a 4th title in the 4th division, come back and face the 2 last undisputed, or 2 previous undisputed champions, then squaring off against each other. What does that do for the legacy of Terence Crawford then? And I'm going to tell y'all straight like this. Remember the Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua situation? Because that's what's going to happen here. That's what's going to happen here. Remember, Deontay Wilder wanted to face Anthony Joshua. He had to take $12 million offers, $15 million offers, whatever. Deontay Wilder couldn't pin down Anthony Joshua for nothing. They couldn't see eye to eye for anything. So what does Deontay Wilder do? He said, you know what? Screw all this, man. I'm going to make my own way. And what did he do? He go finds Luis Ortiz. Gets a good fight. He goes find Tyson Fury. Have a monumental fight. And now on the other side, it's like we left in the cold. Ain't nobody talking about us. Hold on. We thought we was playing keep away from Bomb Squad. And now he's becoming, okay, yo, 50-50, man. 50-50. We ready to fight. Let's go. The second that Terence Crawford gets a list of opponents, of good name opponents, you're going to see the other side come like an avalanche. Oh, we ready to fight now? You're ducking us. You know what? We ain't asking for $10 million. We only won 5. What's up? You ducking us now. This is how it always goes. Y'all better learn from that Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. One thing about Al Heyman that I've peeped about him and that whole PBC side, they learn. Whenever something gets done to them, they turn around and they do it to someone else. They do this in a lot of instances. It's like they learn it. Like, oh, we didn't know that we can do that. We about to start doing that now. They came in the game. Oh, everybody gonna fight everybody. Then they start peeping. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Top Rank do it like this. Hold on. The Zone, they doing it like that. Okay, so we gonna do it like this. And the second that Crawford gets a list of opponents, Josh Taylor, Ramirez, one of them cats, when they become undisputed, it's gonna be a humongous, marketable fight to have 2 former undisputed champions in a match together. That's going to be humongous. And at that time, Terence Crawford going to turn a deaf ear to across the street. Y'all better catch him while you can. You better catch him while you can. Virgil Ortiz was good. Catch him while you can. WBO, you going to call it mandatory? Virgil Ortiz is right there. Just wondering because, funny, the WBO situation at 126 with Jesse Magdaleno, which we're going to talk about next. Jesse Magdaleno and what's this kid, Navarrote. Funny how the WBA ordered that with the quickness. But yet they won't order Terence Crawford's next mandatory. They won't just say, hey, Virgil Ortiz, you number 2, because Danny Garcia ain't going to do it. He number 1. Virgil Ortiz, you number 2. What's goody? They won't do that, though, will they? But at the end of the day, the point I'm making is the second that Crawford's list start to pile up, watch how all of a sudden cooperative. Watch. I'm hoping it's Ramirez. Ramirez is saying that he going to put on extra muscle. Bro, you getting hit a lot, bro. You getting hit a lot. You taking a lot of incoming fire last night, bro, and a lot of other fights. I watched the Amir Mom fight. I watched the Zepeda fight, and he barely made it out of that. But at the end of the day, you taking a lot of incoming fire. You take that incoming fire from Bud, and you going all the way out, champ. It's a wrap. Too much incoming fire. You better be a hell of a strong welterweight. I mean, you better come up that joint like Marcos Maidana. We ain't expecting nothing else anyway. The man rocking with Robbie Garcia. Robbie Garcia only going to teach him one way. Come forward, come in swinging hard. Don't come swinging hard, taking too much incoming fire from Bud, champ. It's a wrap. And as well as Josh Taylor. So I'm telling y'all, man, with each and every passing moment, we are one fight away at this point. Once this undisputed fight gets done, Bud will have an opponent. And then things will really get interesting then. Now, we ain't going to be sitting back, oh, who are you going to fight? When are you going to fight? The man will have the best marketable opponent right there in front of him, a former undisputed champion. Maybe that's the vision. For Bob Arum. I don't know. Maybe that's the vision. I think it starts with Tex Era. Maybe he should go up to get the Tex Era fight. It brings more value to him than the Brook fight. I know Brook is a name. Don't get me wrong. It's an entertaining fight for us to watch for the first 6 rounds. All day. It's a name. I like Kell Brook. Y'all know. I rock with Brook all day. But more value comes from beating Patrick Teixeira, in my opinion. And on top of that, it secures Bud's pound-for-pound crown. Locked down. Because ain't nobody out here doing what he doing. It's a route. People wondering, where are the routes? The routes are going to start to reveal themselves. It's a route. That's what I'm telling y'all. It's a route. It's definitely a route. According to Mikey Garcia, who Jose Ramirez has been working out a lot with, he says, and I quote, He says the fight between him and Josh Taylor. I think that would be a great fight because you got the boxer and you got Jose, the pressure fighter. That is always intriguing to people. Is the boxer the better fighter who can box and be intelligent and use his skills, speed, footwork, whatever, or will the power and strength overcome that? I truly believe that Jose is one of the strongest fighters in the division. I think his power, strength, and relentless aggression will overcome the skills, and I think that is the edge. This is Mikey Garcia. And I told people this last night, and they thought I was playing. I was dead serious. If Jose Ramirez loses to Josh Taylor, I will not be surprised to see Mikey Garcia attempt to go to 140 and face Josh Taylor for an undisputed match. I will not be surprised. Y'all better understand something. The politics lined up. Only problem is Josh is rocking with Bob, and I don't know if Mikey want to deal with Bob. But outside of that, the politics lines up. That will be something historic for Mikey. Instead of Jose Ramirez being the first Mexican undisputed champion, Mikey Garcia can become that. You don't think Mikey takes that chance? Y'all better understand something. Mikey been working with Jose. That's his little homie right there. They be in the gym sparring and all that, working on Jose's time and everything. And let his little homie lose. Jose been rocking with Robbie Garcia the last 4 fights, right? Let his little homie lose. I see Mikey stepping out. Win, lose, or draw against Manny Pacquiao if it happens. Especially if the Pacquiao fight doesn't happen. If this fight happens before the Pacquiao and Mikey fight happens, don't be surprised to see Mikey try to get involved in this. I'm telling y'all some straight like that. This is marketable enough for Mikey Garcia. Of course, a fat check will have to come with it, which it would. Mikey fighting for all of the belts. I don't know. I mean, Josh probably would want the bulk of that money, though. You know what I mean? I got Renee Box Young in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you, man? What's up, man? He say, man, post style was boxing Ramirez very well. Yeah, like I told you, Mo, I need more of a punch selection. A 1-2 ain't gonna do it for me. Just not, especially when it ain't no pepper on your shots. You just touching, you fighting an amateur style. The story, like Andre Ward said it best. And I don't even know if Victor Postol came out ahead in the stats. If the stats is one thing, but the unknown stat is the story of the fight. And when I look at how the story of the fight was going, I got to favor Jose Ramirez in more categories than I favor Victor Postol. But Josh Taylor, man, I hope he gets through Kong Song. I want to see an undisputed match. This makes for great work for Terence Crawford. They all bud food. That's what we call them. They bud food. You know what I mean? I hope they make this happen, man. This is going to be a monumental fight between these two. I'm a big supporter of both of these fighters. Josh Taylor, salute to Josh Taylor. And also Jose Ramirez. Salute to them both, man. I hope they get to their undisputed fight. Kong Song, get it done. Get it done, Josh. And we can move forward. And you can all be bud food. Bud food. So y'all are bud food all day. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. Yeah, he went MTK Global now, man. MTK Global straight up looking out for the boy. Looking out for the boy. Next subject. See, now this is the deal. See, y'all thought y'all was slick. Y'all thought that old Mainman Mademan was slipping. Y'all thought Mainman Mademan was getting old around this joint or something. We ain't taking our eye off the ball, champ. Let's go back right here. Let's go back right here because we got things to talk about. Matter of fact, let's put this up and let's also go ahead and put this one up too. We got a lot to talk about right here. Right here. Let's start off at the top. As you can see at the ESPN article, Jesse Magdaleno declines the featherweight title fight against Emmanuel Navarrote. He crying about money. Turns out Top Rank won the purse bid for that fight. They put up $250,000, in which Jesse Magdaleno only gets 40% of the cut. So he ain't happy about that. He like, nah, champ. Y'all not gonna put me in a fight with this dude Navarrote, even though you fighting for a vacant title, for Shakur Stevenson's title that he left when he moved up. You fighting for a vacant WBO title, right? And you crying about, why don't you just get the belt? And then once the crowds come back, then maybe you can command some damn money. These 2020-ass fighters, champ. These 2020-ass fighters. But anyway, the match is off. Turns out, man, Magdaleno pissed. Well, What does this mean? This means great news, I would think, for my main man, Gary Russell Jr. Because Jesse Magdaleno is also rated #1 in the WBC, which means when Mando time come around, it should be Magdaleno and Gary Russell Jr. Now, we spoke about this before. Now, I ain't stupid. I understand Jesse Magdaleno, he over there with the top ranked crew. He over there with ESPN, and it don't line up politically for Gary Russell Jr. Got you. But at the end of the day, this is called Mando. This is an order. This may come down to a purse bid. Things like that. It can technically happen, but we know how politics is. Now, the WBO belt at 126, it's going to stay in the top rank stable. Even if Jesse Magdaleno don't want to fight for it, the next guy up is going to be a top rank fighter. Don't matter. The point I'm making is, Jesse, what's up with Gary? You got all this talk. What's up with Gary? You looking good in the pictures. Look at the picture right there, champ. He chiseled. You know what I'm talking about? He ready to go. What's up with Gary? We ain't going to talk about that, though. This is how boxing fans don't ever see things. Y'all just want to see back, well, what is Gary doing? He ain't fighting. He only fight once a year. But you got situations like this that play out. No one likes to talk about it. You got Jesse Magdaleno right there, ready to go. What's the problem, champ? You don't want to take on a 5-year reigning champion, though? That don't make sense to me. Don't make sense. So what's good? Or we going to sit here and act like that Gary Russell Jr. ain't got no opponents that he technically could be fighting. But we going to keep talking. We going to keep talking this bud talk, right? Nah. We got smoke. Gary got smoke. This is one. This is one right here. Number 2, let's move forward. Lil Devin. What's up, Lil Devin? How you doing? You know, I like Lil Devin. And I told y'all he holds the salad fork properly. He don't jaywalk. I see he trying to get a little tougher image now. Got the little chicks around him and all that. Trying to change his little nice image. Man, sit your ass down and go to the library. You know what I'm talking about? Sit your little ass down and go to the library, champ. What's up with you, Devin? See, I understand what a lot of y'all fans out here trying to do. I get it. Y'all want to protect Lil Devin. The second that Gary was pulling up on Devin, it became all about Terence Crawford. I understand what y'all doing here. The second that that Gary got on the phone with Bill Haney and say, Bill, I sent you my number. What's good? And Bill says, well, Gary, your number was too high. So Gary like, I'm waiting on the counter. What's up? Get at me. Let's meet at the table. Bill don't do that. Bill come out the next day and want to play cleanup on all the shows. So here's the deal. Because I'm getting tired of this BS with this Terence Crawford stuff. Here's the deal. Gary, you got options, champ. Let's stop faking like we ain't got no options here. You got Lil Devin that you can hunt down right now. You know what I mean? Right now. Because you are the WBC champion at 126. Devin is the WBC champion at 135, which means if you leave the division, they will put you right there under Devin, man. Corner his little ass. Corner his little ass. Now they say, yo, man, Gary, your number too high. That's what they say. I don't believe, I don't believe, but they say your number too high. But yet, just a day or so ago, I heard Gary come out and say, Terence, that 1.5 that you offered Kell Brook, I'll take it. Is that not what Gary just said? I need you to step like that to Lil Devin. That's what I need. I need you to tell Lil Devin that you'll take a 1.5 deal. That's what I need. There ain't nothing stopping that, fam. That ain't nothing stopping Gary from saying I'm gone at 35 and ain't nothing. Only risk, and I will admit, the only risk is if he gives up his WBC belt at 26, it ain't guaranteed that he gets the shot at 35, and he may be giving up his best marketing thing. The best thing that keeps his name ringing bells is the fact that he is a 5-year reigning champion, and maybe he just don't want to roll that dice and gamble that. I don't understand why is this so hard to do when everybody knows everybody. You know Floyd, right? Floyd know Devin, right? Devin says he's a boss. He do what he want to do, right? You willing to cross the street to come to Bud. Don't tell me you ain't willing to cross the street to go to the zone and see Devin. This is where I'm getting a little irritated right here, fam. A little irritated. Because I need little Devin, man. The Bud thing, cool. If that happens, great. I'm going to support him no matter what. Y'all already know it. But let's get realistic about this. Go hunt little Devin. They have circled the wagons to protect. I got Devin out here talking about some, Tank, look who he beat. Who he doing? What are he doing? He beat Gamboa. Gamboa had 1 foot. It took him 12 rounds. We're going to be watching you in Gamboa, little Devin. We're going to be watching you. Because let's see if you stop Gamboa. Because you just said that Tank went 12 with Gamboa, right? Oh, he only had 1 leg or whatever. But he's old. He's old man. Let's see what you do, little Devin. You want to rag on Gamboa, then turn around and fight Gamboa. What is Devin really doing? It seemed like to me everybody over there got smoked at 35 except Devin. What's really going on? What's really going on? I mean, you mean to tell me Eddie can't land Devin no fights? He can't bring him Luke Campbell? He couldn't bring him Jorge Linares? These are not hard fighters to get. I'm a little lost on this. Devin ran from Gary. Can't get no smoke with the rest of the cats at 35. What's really going on over at the zone? Do you really want smoke, Devin? Because I see you on undercards with YouTubers and all that, but you want to call Tank out. Do you really want smoke, or do you just want to hang around Floyd? I'm just asking the question. Y'all want to circle the wagons around little Devin? Hold his hand when he crossed the street, little Devin. Nah, man. I need Gurry on his ass. I need Gurry right there. And even if Gurry cannot land the Devin fight at 35, don't tell me he can't land Luke Campbell or Javier Fortuna or any of them cats up there at 35. That's all in the mix that's fighting each other. But nobody wants to fight Gurry. But I need Gurry to apply himself here. What else you got to lose, bro? I mean, you may say, well, giving up the belt, blah, blah, blah. I think Gurry probably get the same check he get without the belt that he gets with the belt. I say you go up there and get them young boys, man. Leave Bud alone. For what? You know what I mean? For what? Renee says, before Ramirez fought Postal, I thought Taylor had the edge. But now after seeing Ramirez fight Postal, I think Taylor can take him. Okay. I think so, too. I think it's 50-50, man. I think it's going to go either way. Either way, I think it's Bud food. Either way, I think they're going to have to come on up and see the man. You know what I'm saying? They're living on the top floor. Either way, they're going to have to come on up. You know what I mean? Real spill. But I'm going to say this, too, and I want to get this on record because I don't think I was going to do this in the vid by itself, but why not? And that is the Kell Brook fight. It's interesting. I've been looking a lot at Kell. I'm a big Kell Brook fan, like I told y'all earlier. I'm a big Kell Brook fan. I've been looking a lot at Kell, man. Them first 6 rounds going to be interesting if it go down. Them first 6 rounds going to be real interesting if it go down, champ. It really is. It really is. And I give Kell a hell of a shot in that early portion of that fight. I just think that the weight cut is going to affect him in the second half of the fight. But first half of that fight, Slim, I could see Kell having some little moments, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. I got Alec Cartier in the building, 702 in the building. Salute to the fam. What's up with you? What's going on? Wow, that's what's up. Devin versus Russell, man, that's a good fight if it happens. It should happen. It ain't no reason why it can't happen. It's like this Terence Crawford thing sucked up all the air in the room and everybody forgot about Lil Devin. And I find the timing of this shit funny. Like, the second, like, all of the walls were closing in and people asking the question of, okay, yeah, who are you fighting, Devin? Why not fight Gurry? When the question comes out about, why didn't y'all send a counter offer? Why didn't y'all call up Eddie Hearn and say, Eddie, Gurry trying to fight, man. This is number. Now, we think it's too high. Because I got everybody and their mama telling me that Terence Crawford should have sent the counter offer to Keith Thurman, correct? I got everybody telling me that. Even though y'all don't want to hear me when I tell y'all that was the counter offer. Y'all, I mean, the funny thing is that I got everybody telling me that, but Devin don't got to send Gurry nothing. Man, I want to see Gurry Russell Jr. go up to fight Burchell. Get realistic. I want to see Gary fight whoever, but at the end of the day, we got to get realistic. The most realistic route that no one can deny is Gary implanting himself at 35. Just walking up there like I'm up in this joint. What's goody? Let the roaches scatter, man, when you cut them lights on. Let the roaches scatter when you cut the lights on. But walk up in the house, champ, and say, I'm here. I'm sitting right here, champ. I'm taking my shoes off, all that. And yeah, I've been walking 5 miles. My shit smell like Doritos. I'm putting them right up on your coffee table. What's really going on? Anybody want to see me? Devin, what's good? You got a problem? Loma, you got a... Gary says he wants to get back to Loma. Loma at 35, man. Go up there. You go up there, you beat little Devin, and maybe you can get Loma. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see a realistic thing. Not you going across the street to a network that you ain't never fought on to fight at a weight class 4 divisions up. If I had to take a preference, go after little Devin. Now, like I said, if he get the Bud fight, I'm going to support Gary no matter what. I support him getting the bag. That's cool. But, dog, realistically, bro, like, go up to 35, man, and put this young boy in his place. He jumping out there with the whole DMV. He jumping out there with you, and he jumping out there with Tank. And you sitting back like, forget Devin? Nah, man. You go handle that, OG. Go handle that. And I'm a little disturbed about that, man. I really am, Joe, because why we talk, how did the Bud talk? Like, how did it get to this level? Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, how did it get to this level? We want to see circus fights. And I got people out here banging the table for, yeah, hey, Crawford ducking Gary. No, damn well ain't no Crawford ducking Gary, and Gary ain't ducking Crawford. These are G's right here. Ain't nobody ducking nobody. It just don't make sense to a lot of people, especially when you got little Devin sitting up there having his belt handed to him. Want to talk trash from his little perch about Tank. Talk trash from his little perch about Gary. That's what we need you to get at, champ. Go stop his little ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking my eye off this ball. You know, he walked out, you know, Devin escaped through the back door, y'all. He escaped through that emergency hatch unscathed out of that situation and walking into a Tank fight that he just got, walking into a Gamboa fight that he just got finished ragging on Tank about. No, bro, hold on, bro. I'm peeping you, man. You getting hooked all the way up. I'm starting to think that this shit is orchestrated with you, Devin. You ain't fighting nobody. You get a belt handed to you. Gary look your way. You look the opposite way. Pop come out here do damage control. Then all of a sudden I hear Gary calling for a fight that ain't nobody ever even thought was even in the realm of possibility. What the hell is really going on? What the hell is really going on over there, PB? What y'all got cooking, man? What y'all got really going on? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. The timing of this is all wrong. You got Shakur Stevenson right there. If you want to cross over, you want to go to the other side of the street over at ESPN and get the 1.5, then go after Shakur. He on the other side of the street. Shakur, go after them. Bro, we got to make this make sense, fam. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying, bro. It's a lot of smoke around Gary, technically, if he applies himself. Now, Magdaleno, I want to see if Magdaleno going to turn to a little biatch. More than likely he is. He going to run to Bob and say, well, Bob, you know, if I don't fight Navarrote, I got nobody left but Gary Russell. You got to get me out of this situation, Bob. You got to get me out of this situation. They probably scrambling. But here's the deal. If you only getting less than 100,000 or less than 200,000 or whatever it is you said, Jesse Magdaleno, if you ain't getting your just due, why don't you just give Gary a call? Maybe PBC will pay you right. Give Gary a call. But I'm gonna have the fans running around here talking about Gary don't fight nobody. Gary don't fight nobody. But here you go. I agree about Kell in the first 6 rounds. What's up, Big Ace? Watch Bud's fight against Delorme. He understood Delorme will be a hell of a first 6 too. I think Bud will have a great game plan for Brook. Good night. Yeah, good fight. Yeah. But the first 6 are definitely going to be unpredictable. Kell Brook is the master of the pull counter, man. And when he's at full health, full tank and everything. He a dangerous fighter, bro. He gave Earl all he can handle in them first 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? He gave Earl all that he can handle. And it's unfortunate though. And Monty, you might want to cover your ears right here, fam. It's very unfortunate that Earl fought a broken Brook. But, you know, it's very unfortunate that happened because he would have probably finished. All he needed to me was like 2 more rounds to pull that out. Maybe 3. 2-3 more tops to pull that out. But given the fact that he was a broken Brook, unfortunately, he couldn't go all the way through. Now, I don't think that Crawford would be facing a broken Brook. I think that Brook went up to 54. He is now terminated, Brook. He got that titanium T1000 thing going on underneath his skin. He's tested it at 54. Zarafa put a lot of punches on him. You know, it held up. It didn't close. It didn't swell up. It didn't go back to what it was, you know, around the time of Golovkin or Earl's fight. It held up. He got titanium in both eyes now. So Bud can't really rap on that. I don't think he's facing a broken Brook. And also, fam, when I say he's a broken Brook, I'm not just talking about the eye. It was the mental as well. His mental, he got stopped. I mean, bro, the man literally got his face broke. I mean, his mental was gone. He didn't know if his eye sockets was going to be working or nothing. So, you know, but this version of Kell Brook, and I'm just kidding with y'all. Y'all know, or Spence Nation, y'all know I got love for y'all. I'm just messing with you. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this version of Brook, though, he does look focused. I will admit. If he gets down, he's had more than enough time to make this weight. This is not a crunch thing with him. He's had months and months. We've seen him with the Crunk t-shirts on. I mean, we see him working out, throwing out all these workout videos. He's looking in good shape. I don't know if he's down to 4.7 or not, but he's looking like he's working hard, man. He's working real hard. Link back up with Dom Ingle. Ingle probably got him on them power balance or whatever. I mean, he looked motivated. I don't know, bro. I mean, them first 6 rounds are going to be interesting. But I think after that, the weight cut will come in, and that's what Bud will create separation. But I'm just saying. I got DGO in the building. What's up, fam? What's going on with you? You already know. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Gary better check himself or Bud will end his career. That's the risk that he taking, man. Gary want the bag, man. Gary want the bag. But he really threw me for the loop when he said, I'll take that 1.5. When he says I'll take that 1.5, that lets me know that you can go and give Devin a call. Whatever the number he's throwing can't be far from 1.5. You put yourself on record with that, bro. You know what I mean? I can't have Bill Haney running around saying you pricing yourself out against them, but you telling Bud you'll take the 1.5. We can't have that, man. We can't have that. I need you to go after little Devin. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go after little Devin. Real spill. So it is what it is. Thumbs up for the fam, though, man. Hit the thumbs up for the homie, man. Well, fam, I think that's about it for me tonight, man. It's going to be a short one tonight. How long we been going? We made the hour point. That's all that matters, right? You know what I'm saying? Shoot. But, yeah, man, pretty much all I got for the night, fam. I think I'm going to leave it right here for this one right here, man. But this particular episode, man, we covered Gary Russell Jr., we covered Josh Taylor, Ramirez, and before that we covered Glenn Rushton. It's a good episode. I think that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough for me. We'll see what the boxing headlines lies ahead for us in the future. We're going to see what's going to happen this week. We're going to pivot to Bomb Squad real soon. I'm just waiting on Bomb Squad to come on back out. I'm not like everybody. Hey, the man got a lot on his mind. I'm waiting on Bomb Squad. I ain't trying to get ahead of Bomb Squad. So I'm waiting on Bomb Squad to come back. For everybody who's wondering where am I standing on that, I'm waiting for Bomb Squad to come back. I haven't did a Deontay Wilder video literally in months since the fight. I don't think I've did a Deontay Wilder video ever since the last fight. And that's only because I wanted Deontay Wilder to go hide under a rock, and I was going to act like he didn't exist for a little while. Because when he come back, I want my man to rise from the ashes like the phoenix. all day. Let me get up out of here, fam. Man, you know what I'm saying? Been a great show, man. I appreciate everybody that rock with me, man. Second show back. I'm knocking the rust off. I'm knocking it off. Get off me. You know what I'm saying? I'm knocking it off. Get off me. Yo, I'll be back again next Thursday. We're going to do this every Thursday and Sunday. We're going to stay consistent. We're going to get back. You know what I'm saying? All day. Now, you got to go to work tomorrow. Some of y'all got to go to work tomorrow. This is what you're going to do. You're going to walk in there. You're going to say it's too close to Labor Day for me to be here. You're going to say it's Labor Day in about a week, which means that you should appreciate my labor, which means that my labor is the thing that makes this place run. Without my labor, you don't got this place. You don't get no profits. You don't get anything. So this is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need an extra week only because Labor Day is next week. Fuck Labor Day. I need a labor week. You know what I'm saying? Give me a labor week and give me the keys to the company car all day. Much love to the fam, man. I catch up with y'all real soon. Stay stressed and sucker free out there. Keep your family safe, you know what I'm saying, most importantly. And do yourselves a favor. Say a prayer, you know what I'm saying? Do that for a change. It's a messed up world we living in out here, you know what I'm saying? Much love to the fam. I catch up with y'all real soon. Keep rocking with the homie. Stay tuned and keep your eyes to the horizon. Much love to the fam. And until the next one. Peace out.